Hello everyone, welcome back to Witch in the Woods here on the Yogscast Complete Back server. So, last episode didn't do so well, not in terms of like views or anything, just in terms of we got basically zip all done. So, I have gone ham on this. Now, I can't really show you the major changes I've done to the altar here without tearing up the floor, so enjoy this giant screenshot. There is something in the region of about 60 crystal clusters underneath the floor now. I can improve that by adding things like Night War and various candles. A lot of you suggested such things. Thank you very much. I kind of already knew that, but thank you for putting them in the comments where other people can find them later. Also added a bunch more pedestals, so hopefully now we'll be able to get more like actual symmetry when we're putting the items down, and also moved the skulls that we had into this rather horrific kind of totem pole kind of position. So hopefully we won't have any more issues when we're using a faint infusion, a faint instability infusion. We really shouldn't have had the trouble that we did. But we did. So, yeah, have to deal with that. So let me see. I had another primal charm because that got blowed up. So let me see. One of those. And 2 gold, I believe it was. And then we just need a whole bunch of shards. Now, I still have a ton of shards, but I made a bunch more just in case. Because, you know, I'll probably end up needing them anyways. And then I have to go through the trickiness of remembering exactly how it... Well, we don't have any auto shots, do we? Let's make a few of those. Hoop. And hoop. Back in. Now we actually have mostly auto shots. Ah, I love that stuff. Gotta love it. You gotta love magical props when you get it running properly. Okay, now... Here's where I find out if this recipe is shapeless or not. If I just need to have one of each of these, or if it has to be in a specific organization. Okay, fine, I'll pay to that, So, I got a lot to talk about, because the piece that you all had to go and check out, which if you haven't, you really should, because certainly by modern standards, it's not very scary, and it is, like, really tremendously important just in general terms of movies, not just generically like horror movies. Oh, here we go. So we need earth, order, and entropy on the bottom in said order. So earth, order, and entropy, and logically if I mix these around, there we go. Insufficient fizz in that wand. Greatwood wand? Insufficient fizz in that wand. Okay. I am going to go and recharge these wands, and I'll be back momentarily. Right. So that took a bit, because I'm still running around, and that's why we're getting this dang thing done. So, there we go. Plenty. And still quite a bit left. A little bit low on auto, but... Primal Charm. Get. And then we needed... I think it was either 2 gold and a diamond, or 2 diamond and a gold. I honestly don't remember which. But anyways, Psycho. So, Psycho was a movie by Alfred Hitchcock, and it's legitimately used in, like, study. It's used in, like, theater studies and such, because it is such a work of art, honestly. And it was 2 diamonds and a gold. Unless I've just gone blind, which I admit is potentially feasible. I need to figure out the light stings on this mortar, actually. It's starting to hurt my eyes a bit. Yes, 2 diamond and a gold. So, it starts straight... What? What are you? Where did you come from just now? Okay, that was strange. It starts straight in with the scary music. So, the first thing that you know is, ooh, this is scary, even though you've not actually even seen anything yet. Like, you've literally just gotten there, and suddenly, already, we're having, like, the high-paced, scary music. And this is just the opening credits, so you kind of know it's going to be good, or it's going to be full of hot air, but, you know, either way. Right, so we've definitely got all of the stuff. I know because I made a whole ton of backlog on a bunch of these. So let me see. We need Aurum, Permutatio, and Precantatio. And that is a 15, which I swear I had last time, but apparently not. As well as a 15 and a 10. So Aurum is at 32. Precantatio is at 40. And Permutatio is at 35. So yeah, this should be fine. I'd be very annoyed if I get more instability. Interesting note, because this is something that I learned when I studied this movie in school, is that it features the first, well, among the first at least, on-screen toilet flushes. I guess earlier films just sort of assumed that characters lacked digestive systems. Or otherwise perfect in their digestion. I'm not really sure which. Okay, in we go. So far, no problems. But again, I'd be very irritated if there were any, because this should be, like, the crystals on this should be overkill. We also get the first hints of Norman's sort of instability in his initial conversation with Marion. His specific line is, we all go a little mad sometimes. And there we go. Perfect. Finally. So, one wand recharge pedestal. Which I guess we'll just plonk here. Is that always on? Okay, but we also want the add-on to this, so let's take a look at that, which is the compound recharge focus, which requires a redstone comparator, which for some reason is in blue, as well as V filters. That requires the silverwood logs and some aqua and order, which I think we can manage. Yes. So 4 of those, and 8 gold. And just the character, like, dialogue between Marion and Norman is, like, really well written. Like, they seem like regular characters. You know something's up, even though you're not really sure what. Which then sort of plays in quite nicely to the rest of the movie. Okay, and then we need some earth shards. So, 1, 2, 3, 4. As well as a... was it a repeater or a comparator? It is a comparator. Right. So I think I have that on crafting duty already. Yes, I do. Good. All the good stuff. So yeah, they just, like, spend, like, a whole bunch of time just talking. And again, you're still not really, like, advancing the plot much. It's just sort of going on and on and on. Let's see. This is an 8-piece infusion. Moderate instability. 1, 3, 1, 3. Yeah, so we kind of need to potentially shuffle these pedestals around just a little bit so that we get less instability. I am not heavily concerned about it, but we'll try it anyways. Like, literally, I did, must have been 3 or 4 different infusions, because, like, to get my silverwood wand, I had to do an infusion for the wand core, and I also had to do an infusion for the falmium caps that adorn it, and those are all infusions, and didn't have any trouble with those ones, no siree, but the minor one to get all of this going, oh yes, 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 yes. Okay, anyways, I digress. And he mentions that he's fond of taxidermy, which is interesting, because then he has a falling out with a woman called Marion Crane. Foreshadowing much. Okay, then our comparator. And then we'll check our essentials. So we need 10 Ordo, 10 Permutatio, and 15 Precantatio. So let's see. That's fine. That's way fine, and that's also fine. So this should all be fine. But this is a moderate, so Ian, you might want to get out there. I cannot guarantee your safety there. And then, like, it does this very dramatic and, like, unexpected change. About 15 minutes in, and we discover that this whole time, with the money and Marion's, like, boyfriend with his ex and all that, this whole time, we weren't even watching the main character. Like, all of that build-up is gone, and the MacGuffin that has driven the plot so far is just sort of unwittingly and casually, like, dumped in the nearby swamp. Ooh, you don't go there. You go there. Okay. And then I can stick you there. And it is, in fact, drawing from the boxed node. So that is pretty awesome. That means that I can just have a wall of nodes in a jar. I don't actually have to unleash them, which is good because this would otherwise turn my biome into a sinister biome. Which, apt as it is, I'm not particularly interested in happening. And if I look here, it will actually tell me the contents, or it would if we didn't have the sky blocks. Oh well. But yeah, that's pretty nice, so that has been largely refilled. Look at that. Haha. Just from that node we've had sitting around. But yeah, I'm going to need to go and box some more nodes, but now it's going to be even faster to do, because I can just stick them along here, and just progressively the Silverwood one will recharge faster and faster. Hooray! So let me see. Now I need a new axe, I believe. I think that's also on my list here, so got that. Ooh, and the substitution focus. Yes, let's get the axe first, I think. Let's see, I think we're probably going to need to be on the production level, but let's take a look. So I want the Gelid Cryophium axe, which previously crashed the server. I don't... well, Gelid Enderium, there we are. Ooh, I am pushing all the wrong buttons, there we go. Axe, there we go. Narrow it down. There we go. So for this, I need a flux-infused axe, easy enough to make, as well as Gelid Enderium rod and Gelid Enderium ingots, which requires Gelid gems, which are going to require Gelid Cryophium, which has a recipe, Cryophium dust. That's what I'm going to need, and I need Blizz powder. Blizz powder is... well, we can make it from snowballs and redstone, I guess. That's probably the easiest way to do it for us. So I think we probably have a fair few snowballs in here. Yes, we do. We have 11, almost 12,000 snowballs because we get those from our icy needles. Ah, boy. But, yeah, like the $4,000, which is like the big MacGuffin, it just casually, like, dies in the swamp. And it then, like, serves purely, really, to, just be used as a means to get the next set of characters involved. And is this... no, that's just cable. Good. So it's like, we have this big thing, and it's really, really massively important, because it's practically driving our current, essentially, main character kind of nuts. And to desperation and all that, but nope, it's actually not that all important. So then we get the next set of characters. We get, I believe it's Samuel's. I can't quite recall exactly off the top of my head. We get Marion's sister, Lily. Lily or Sam, I forget which. And, oh no, Sam is her boyfriend. My memory is terrible, sorry. And we get the private detective Arbogast, which is, by the way, interesting name. I don't know where they came up with that one, but it's a very strange name. Probably why I remembered it. Who, by the way, gets an utter standing ovation for the hammiest acting ever when he is attacked and falls down the stairs. It's just like, it's like so hammy. Okay, so that's gradually going through that. We can grab more later if we need it. So we should be seeing Blizz powder. Good, we can make Cryophium. Alright. And then the remainder of the movie pretty much just goes into a full state of murder mystery more than horror. And, like, the storming in to the fruit cellar by Norman in Mother's clothing in the big reveal, in almost like Sleepaway Camp style, although this greatly predates Sleepaway Camp, is just absolutely hilarious. Okay, so what do I need to make the Gelid gems? I need a flux crystal. which is made from a diamond in redstone. Okay, so I need at least 2 of those. So this is just sort of like a straight upgrade, basically. And that's all we need to worry about. Except that I need to make a whole ton more blizz. No, I can stick this in at least. And then I think I need to make a couple more as well to get the infused obsidian rod here. So I need a couple more diamonds. This could take a little bit. Hopefully we'll get to see the sun today. Who knows? Wouldn't that be a treat? But I made a stack of redstone there, so probably not the best of ideas. But yeah, then you get the like, it plays more like a murder mystery, because they're like, oh, we have to find where Marion went, we have to find what happened to her, and like, Arbogast is investigating Norman at the motel, and then, like, they check in under the guise of a married couple, because apparently that's a thing that people do. Strange things have happened, I guess. Okay, grab 2 of those, and we're going to need to get some fluxed electrum blend, which this does not know how to make right now, because that would require interfacing with the actual link system. So I need some electrum dust. I'm probably going to need at least probably more like 6. And we'll stick that inside of our redstone concoction as much as we can. So, yeah, into here. There we go. And that'll get us our fluxed electrum blend, and then we can, like, cook that up. Let's also grab our rod. So let me see. Rod. Do I not have obsidian rod in there? Huh. That is interesting. Obsidian rod. Ah. There we go. And I should just need the one of... No, I actually do need the 2 of these, so I need to make obsidian dust. Oh boy. Yeah, it's an axe, but it takes some crafting. And let's see. Flux crystals are there. I'm going to need 2 of these. Because I need one to upgrade, basically. And 2. Okay. I think that means I'm going to need more diamonds, come to think of it. Doop doop. And where is my fluxed electrum? Okay, there it is. So let's get the 6 ingots. 4. I think it's measured in 4s, come to think of it. I'm honestly not sure anymore. Anyways. Yeah, like, the crafting of this movie by Hitchcock is just staggeringly beautiful. It is so well thrown together. It is wonderful. And from this we get some of the most pretty much legendary horror scenes. The initial scene where Marion is murdered by Mrs. Bates, basically, is one of the most, like, legendary scenes in a horror movie of all time. And it's just, like, this is amazing. Like, how do you come up with this stuff? How do you, like, invent this? What portion of the mind does this spring from? Okay, so I need more diamonds. Actually, I need 4 more of these. Oh boy. I'd almost say it's getting expensive, he said, pulling out another 2 from 9,000. Okay, right. Still got some in here. Should be probably enough. I'm about to find out otherwise. Probably. But I need to clear this thing for the cryofume anyways. Not that big of a deal. The next piece of homework, since it is getting close on that time, isn't it? Is a... We're going a bit Asian on this one again. Because it's been a while since we had an Eastern horror movie. This is Uzumaki. Not related to Naruto in any fashion. And I do have to put a warning on this. Because this one is actually extremely disturbing. Not in a horrific fashion, just in a sort of a... like, world is coming a little undone kind of fashion. And I know some people might have some issues with that regard, so if you are among one of those people, you may want to give this a miss. Beyond that, I can say little more. Okay, what can I use that extra 200, like that extra 400 for? I can make more blizz. Let's just make some more fluxed electrum, because I'm probably going to need that eventually. There we go. Stick it in. And off we go. Right, so yes, Uzumaki is based on a manga. It was created before the manga itself was completed, so the ending differs from the manga. But other than that, you'll probably enjoy it quite a bit, I think. But let me see. We need 2 Gelid rods to get that. And we also need 3 Gelid Enderium ingots, which requires the Enderium, which means I probably didn't need all of the Flux Redstone. Anyways, oh well. I think I have Enderium in here somewhere. Do I have any spare is the next question. Need 3. Should we buy the... Yep, there we go. It's probably grinding up the stuff that needs to go in there. There it is. See, that's gradually coming out. And I probably will have the axe, and maybe we'll see some sunlight next episode. Ah, boy. Oh, boy. And I'll probably have, like, put together the axe and probably the wand focus of equal substitution, equivalent exchange. I cannot remember what it's called anymore. It's been so long. Equal trade. There we are. It's some Full Metal Alchemist-y name. But yeah, that will allow us to get to work on our build, which will be the Bates Motel, which actually doesn't get that many, like, big shots in the course of this movie. But anyways, go watch Uzumaki if you are of an inclination that is comfortable with it, I guess. Bit of an odd turn to say about horror movie, but anyways, go check it out, it's fun, and I shall catch you all next time.